welcome to your mini bi-weekly general love tarot reading for February 15th through the 28th, 2017. I don't know why I feel dolphins. Maybe some of you are vacationing around dolphins. Either that or they're coming in with a message, and I'm not sure what that message is at this time. I think I see two dolphins and two dolphins meeting, beak to beak. I think there's a new relationship developing here. If it's not new, it's still in its developing stages for sure. It feels new. Anyways, what I'm getting here is, I'm feeling like this could be with an air sign, or even to point it out exactly with a Gemini. That's kind of how I see the dolphins too. Well, I see them as the lovers, the lover cards. The lover card to me is Gemini. But then I've got some other air cards here, so it can be air also, any of the air signs. So I feel here that something good and romantic and hot and juicy is going to develop more with this relationship. I just feel like you need to give it a little bit more time. There's some differences between the two of you for sure, but I like these differences. I really do. We can nitpick so much on our relationships. Honest to God, we can, but I just feel like it's all good. And I feel like this difference for you, Leo, is kind of new and fun and intriguing. There definitely is good communication between the two of you, but I think, how you may express yourself intimately might be a little bit different. But I just think you should give this relationship some more time to develop. Now, here's some interesting things, and I kind of pulled a few cards over it. I feel like there's a relationship going on here with a water sign. And when I mention signs, it can be sun, moon, or rising. I feel like this involves marriage. Now, I'm getting a couple messages. You're in a relationship with someone who is married. Okay, there's a transition here. I'm feeling like it took some time, but there's an awakening, and I feel that awakening has to do with maybe some promises or just some words being spoken, and you were looking forward to perhaps spending time with this person without them being married, but yet they haven't moved towards anything of significance. Okay. And so those were the signs that, you have to be cautious about it, because it may not wind up completely in your lap. The person may continue to stay married, or maybe this is you. And I think that there needs to be a lot more sincerity is what's coming to me. Truth in this relationship in order for it really to move on in a healthy way, because I'm sensing there's some frustration and some anger. Now, I get the cards that are good. The relationship is definitely worth continuing, but it doesn't, to me, I feel like it's not grounding, because of the fact that this person goes back home to their spouse. And I think that it's come to the point where it just kind of upsets you. Maybe you've even let the person go at this time. But I do feel like there are new beginnings again. And I feel like, however, this can take off on a better, a better ground, a better placement. I can't think of the word that I want to say here. I just feel like it has a better attunements when the relationship continues forward in truth. And so I think here Besides what I've just read here, there is also, I'm getting a relationship that's distant. And because of all the transitions and efforts made here, again, there's a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes that either you or your partner is not seeing. And I feel like this is something that you'll have to face in the very near future. I feel like there are some questions you're going to need to answer truthfully. I'm just going to pull a few more cards over here. Yeah, there seems to be somebody else, or perhaps you were caught. I don't know if it's you or you caught someone else. And there's 3 people involved here, to the point where, well, I think the signs have been there. You just kind of been missing them. But I feel that the person cares deeply for you. So I feel like the choice is going to be you. It's going to be a Leo. I don't feel this relationship is over. There's that air sign again. Yeah, well, right now, I think everybody's a bit upset here in regards to finding out about this third party. And there could be a Libra involved here, or if this is involving marriage, this could be possibly leading to something legal. Okay, whether it's a legal separation or discussion about divorce. Now, it's possible that this person who's married, maybe their spouse found out about you, or your spouse found out about you, or you found out about your spouse. But either way, it can go either way here. Because I like to try to cover people who are interested in Leos looking in on this video, because I know a lot of us not just check the sun, but also check our moon and rising. So I just feel like somebody has been caught. How's that? Somebody's been caught here, but I feel that the relationship that involves marriage is going to turn out to be a good relationship. In other words, I do feel that that relationship isn't going to, that marriage isn't going to last, honestly. So I feel like it's come to the fruition of it needing to have the catalysm in order for it to move on, if that makes sense. Okay. Remember too, these are mini readings. I'm only reading surface information here. If you want more, you know what you need to do is get a personal reading. Now, I'm pulling a few cards here. Assurance. Catch your breath. Yeah, am I seeing all this passion in here, and then, truth not being completely told, and good relationships beginning. I'm catching my breath too. Assurance here. I guess this is the card where I'm getting the message from the angels that everything's going to be okay. You need assurance, some of you, and I'm giving you assurance that it's all going to be okay. And catch your breath is basically about pausing. It's like, breathe, try to cut back on the anxiety, know that you're loved beyond, and that things are going to work out for the best. Things are going to work out for the best. Now, this Leo reading here, this is the type of reading where, some of it's going to be general, but it's targeted towards you know, ones that are looking for new love, which I read here, but it's targeted. Okay, like I feel like this reading is for maybe not as wide of an audience as I'd like it to be, but I'm not going to take back the cards because this is what the message Spirit wanted to give, and so it is. Now let me go ahead and shuffle some general cards here. Okay, come on. What are the messages for Leo? You know, sometimes a reading, you know, these mini readings here on YouTube, you know, they may resonate with a lot and they may resonate with a few, but it gives an idea of how this reader reads. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you want to get a personal reading of how everyone has their own style of reading and connecting. So, kind of shows you my style. What are the messages? Well, we got the King of Fire, the High Priestess, Six of Water, Four of Air, Ace of Water, Four of Water, Eight of Fire, and Ace of Fire. Ooh, look at that. Emotional shifts. That's here what I'm picking up here without looking at the cards. I mean, without reading the cards. I just could feel the energy of an emotional shift, but things are going to happen pretty quick. You've got three fire cards, three water cards, and one air. So when we get a lot of fire and water here, just make sure that you pause, like, you know, catch your breath, like the card said. Because with all this water and fire, you know, there's a lot of emotion and a lot of heat going on here where things could move really, really quick, get really emotional, but may have a problem grounding here and there. So, you know, that's the message I wanted to give you right off the top. Okay, so the King of Fire, basically this is a ambition card. I guess the card is asking here for you to focus on, I heard your needs. Focus what it is you're actually searching for in regards to your personal stamina, your leadership here. Okay, we're all our own leaders. Sometimes we forget that and we let other people lead us or control us. But it's asking for you to be creative, to communicate and express with your vision. And I feel like that there's somebody around you who's also very creative or is going to be coming in, who's very creative also, spiritually creative compared to your creativity. And I feel like the two of you work together, and the intuition here is really soaring high because of the fact that both of you are such attuned souls here. But I feel like this project here, it needs patience in order for it to actually become something, to become fruitful. And I feel like there's a lot of caution here. Again, I'm pulling that red flag card up. You know, I'm just feeling here that I'm getting something with communication. Like communication is not on target with, I guess I'm looking at a project or something that you're trying to kick off here. I don't think, maybe some of the material is outdated, or you're not getting the message across clearly enough for the audience to, or the people you're trying to eventually pitch or whatever this to, clearly. Okay. So you want to just kind of focus more on that and fine tune it. And then with the Six of Water, I think this is just the energy that's going on with the solar eclipse and the new moon around the 26th of February. There seems to be a lot of nostalgic, or I've been feeling it too in the beginning of February. Just a lot of memories of my childhood and people who I used to be around or lived my life with, and now they're no longer. So it's like, you're just going through all these different types of memories, and I think it's just the shift, the energy that's happening for the month of February. So just kind of don't get yourself stuck there. Just remember the beautiful things. And if you need to remember some of the not so beautiful things, just be careful you don't get trapped there. Just kind of be the third party observer and let it come in and, let it go. So the Four of Air is time. It's vacation time, Leo. Or actually, maybe you might even be making a business trip. This is a good time for that. It could be that creativity or that project I was looking at blooming or still working on that you might actually present on this trip. But I do feel like it's time to also make major decisions. I feel like but you need to give some time. How do I want to put this? I guess you'll know when it's the right time. I guess there is no wrong time. The only thing is if you react and give a decision or make a decision from reacting, it might not be exactly the way you want it to go. And you don't want to have regrets. So just make sure you tune in and make a decision from a very grounded place within you. So we have the Ace of Heart. This is a good relationship card. Relationships in general, or maybe you're interested in buying a new home, or just moving, changing, shifting. But it's also, like I said, a really good relationship card. Now here with the Four of Water, I'm getting that there are opportunities, but almost as if like some of you may feel that the door is closed. So in other words, I feel like there's opportunity for growth in your ideas or whatever it is you have going. But at the same time, I think that maybe, again, I feel like you're missing something. So you have to focus exactly, excuse me, where you want this to go. Because if you're all over the place with it, it's going to just be that, all over the place. Okay, and I feel like this Four of Water has a lot to do with the King of Fire and the High Priestess. Okay, you want to direct that energy. The energy needs direction. Okay, and so this here, the Eight of Fire and the Ace of Fire, see, I feel for a lot of you Leos, there's opportunities coming. There's just gateways opening here where I feel like there can be the change if you don't fear it and are willing to walk that journey. Because I feel like there's a energy just picking up here towards, I'm getting towards the end of February, as we move into the Piscean energy, that this creativity or this project or this change or this move, new relationships, strongly, I'm getting towards the end of the month, and things are going to start to move really fast for you, Leo. If you like a personal reading, www.transformationandempowerment.com. Please remember to check your moon and rising. Much love and blessings.